Hey there, Toonami faithful, and welcome back aboard Toonami Absolution, where we talk about the shows that made us us and the shows that made you you. Once again, we are your hosts. My name is Alyx.
I'm Sam.
And I'm John. Two more episodes of Transformers Beast Wars. The Trigger Part 2 aired on November 19th, 1996. And then episode 18, Spider's Game, the terrible follow-up to Ender's Game, on January 6th, 1997. We've had a bit of a jump.
Yep.
We,
So
we,
we
we
finished up a plot.
Yeah,
have
we finished our
we?
two-parter. Yeah, we finished our two-parter with the destruction of Angel Island Zone.
I'm gonna be brutally honest. I was so disappointed in the Trigger Part 2. After all the build-up it had, it didn't really feel like it did anything. Like we fight over this big pillar, we destroy it, then it
Yeah.
fires a beam into the moon, which fires another beam into space, into a black hole. I get that they're teasing what's coming, but it just felt we've already had that mystery. We've already had Stonehenge. We've already had the other beam going into space. For a two-parter, I was hoping for more answers or like a distinct movement, and how little any of this matters. Like the island crashes and vanishes. Like if the Black Arachne had kept a different color to be like a super form, or even if the island just remained on the grounds, like here's a new trap-filled battleground for us. But he's kind of like, oh, the island's gone now.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Yeah. I mean, and it's always kind of it ends on a classic kind of Beast Wars stinger. Like, I wonder what mysterious entity that was behind this is going to think of this development.
And it also gave us that little like environmentalism thing with Tigertron and Optimus basically being like, once again, something beautiful has been destroyed. And I
By war.
by war. I do feel like this was them looking to like shoehorn in a message because I don't think a lot of the other episodes have had many messages and they kind of needed to do that.
It's especially funny because Tigertron's message doesn't make any sense. Because oh, it was a paradise. No, not really. Like it was pretty, but all the traps went off just by proximity sense. Like if it had just been the laser punishing you for using energy weapons, okay, you've got a fair point. But the traps, it doesn't matter what you were doing. If you stood next to the rockfall trap, you just fell down. Like that wasn't some divine punishment for doing wrong. It was just someone had made this to kill you.
Tigertron is really like getting like leaning too hard into his like a tiger side, I think, and I think that's what's kind of like messing up his perspective.
Yeah. It's also what I thought was probably going to happen here. Where maybe we'd see Tigertron move away from the group, be his own faction again. But he kind of just like, oh, it's fine. You killed my tiger homeland, but that's all right.
Yeah. Yeah. This paradise that I have found and taken on as defender role for is gone. So what you guys doing on Saturday?
Everybody ready for poker? Ready for
Yeah.
giant robot poker?
We
Like
can't play Poker anymore. Dinobot just cheats.
I I
Yeah.
also
Those rat trap.
I didn't remember the vaguely romantic subtext between Tigertron and Airazor until seeing the end of this last episode, being like, no, oh wait, was that always a thing? Did I forget about this?
He wants to make a nest.
Yeah.
Well, she does. I don't really know about
What I
Tigertron.
especially loved is at the very start, Tigertron was doing his, I feel at peace here. I feel at home. I may be a Maximal, but I'm a soul of a tiger. Air is lying just behind him, just dying. And he's here monologuing. It's like, dude, priorities.
Yeah. Yeah. Teammate bleeding out behind you. Use the revive. Use the revive.
It kind of, if for some reason, that moment reminded me of that when Piccolo first lands on Namek. He's like, I'm
Oh,
home. I'm alive. This is all a miracle.
I'm
Like,
wide awake. Yeah. Yes,
it's one of the
yes,
best line
yes.
reads
I
Spot
feel
ever did.
incredible. I feel great.
Great. Meanwhile, Air Razor's dying in the background, just like how Nail is dying in the background during all
Yeah.
that. Like,
Tigertron,
it,
my kidneys are falling out.
Tigertron, no, my kidneys. But yeah, as far as two parters go, like, yeah, it is kind of a meh kind of two part. It's a mid-season two parter.
Yeah, it did. Tigertron did give me the highlight of the episode for me
Eh,
with his reference to Frank Stockholm's The Lady or the Tiger.
I don't,
right?
yeah. I don't think we get another two-parter until the finale for the season.
Yes, we don't get another two part till the finale.
After this, I could see why.
We do get a lot of weird stuff before the end of the season. And, I know I may be jumping a gun, but of the weird stuff we are getting, we got Inferno this week. And again, Sam, I'm sorry.
So
What?
yeah, Spider's game. Let's talk about Spider's game.
Because there's a
So,
lot to talk about in Spider.
Spider, yeah, we have a new drop pod. Oh, I meant to ask you, Alex. So this is the only drop pod we've seen that seemingly leaves orbit of its own volition.
Yeah,
'Cause
this one's not damaged.
is
It's
that a
intact.
thing?
Yeah,
Or is,
this one's intact.
right, but we see it in space make a turn. Is it the
Yeah.
fact it's meant to deploy?
It's meant to deploy with essentially they pick up on signals because it's supposed to be a maximal pod, so it picks up on the signal. It's like, oh, I can land now. So
Isn't Inferno's damaging, or like, isn't Inferno damaged?
No.
Inferno himself is not. Inferno becomes damaged because of what not Scorponok. Wow, because of what Tarantulas does to him.
Oh,
He's not a registered technician.
Yeah,
Doesn't have the security
he's not a
certificate.
midwife.
despite having a lab. Like
Okay,
all the other...
because
Yeah.
when it was when it came down, I thought it was going to be like Battle World, and that was the alien saying, "Here, have another go."
Yeah.
But then we meet Inferno, and I like that the Animorphs principle is going to start kicking in a lot more, starting with Inferno. I don't know how familiar the two of you are with Animorphs, but the eldritch horror of Animorphs is that the longer they stay in their animal form, the more in tune they essentially become with it. There's actually a very horrifying book in the Animorph series where one of them does become an ant and starts to lose their individuality to the hive mind. And we get a little bit of that with Inferno here. So first we have to hear about Black Arachne and Tarantulas being evil in the web.
Yeah, Black Arachnia recovering from her being hijacked by the Flight of the Navigator throne, just getting over it pretty quickly, as you do during war. Yeah, she's just like flirting with him, which I find really funny because I guess that works on Megatron, so why not try it on everybody else?
Well, also like Tarantulas is kind of like he doesn't want to go out with Black Arachnia.
No,
she's kind of foisted on him.
he's married to the job. The job of making spiders.
Yeah.
He wants to make spiders and get off the planet, which is another fun hint of what's to come being dropped on all of us, with him specifically being like, I gotta get the hell out of here.
Yeah, that's kind of the one sort of carrying over plot point we get is that, again, I still think it probably would have been time to just be a slightly more overt with that. I would have liked to have seen him explain that to Black Arachnia, why. Because again, I think we've got enough mystery starting around that it's probably time for a solid answer on one of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I liked the Inferno stuff because I think we joke about this a lot. It's kind of funny how some guys like role play as an animal, or like Tigertron is like, I am a tiger, Rat Trap eats trash. While Optimus isn't really that monkey-ish, so I think it's kind of cool they're finally like canonizing that. Yeah, some guys just go really method.
Yeah. Inferno being a prime example right out the gate.
Inferno and the royalty that he is here to take care of. I do like that Scorponok is getting dumber. Because there's that moment where Tarantulas is dragging the pod behind him, and he's like, and Tarantulas is being chased by something. Just this character has gotten dumber and dumber every episode, and I forgot exactly how dumb he gets.
He's clearly being like sidelined because we've now got too many characters.
Yeah.
These 2 episodes, I think we can go a bit of a way to confirming what the model limit is for this animation, because these episodes lack a lot of characters. Like Megatron doesn't appear at all in the trigger. Yeah. It's the first episode where he makes no appearance.
Dinobot and Rat Trap have been MIA for a bit.
Yeah. So I think we can
Detour too.
Then we can confirm it's like five people maximum, or the Commodore 64 overheats.
Yeah.
I mean, this episode is very Predacon heavy. We do get Tigatron, we do get Arizor, and we do get Tigatron, and we do get it. And Tigatron is just catching 2 L's in a row, I guess.
Yeah.
Because he almost cashes in on this one.
Yeah, to Tigatron. Well, because we've had another introduction, so he's gone down the line again.
Tigatron was very badass though, in that whole like, no, if this is how I'm going out, you might as well just kill me. just further proving that he's the Piccolo of the series.
Oh, can we just point out Spider's game is just very strange for many reasons? There's a lot of weird moments, like comedy moments in this episode. So,
Oh
like,
yeah.
when Tigatron bangs his head, we get the traditional Looney Tunes birdie sound, which is weird because that's meant to be a moment of peril, is it not? Like he's being beaten down by the enemy. But then, like, so early on, when they get hit by the Tarantulas' DDoS attack, Optimus comes out and says, "Oh, what's going on? I was running a simulation." Before he comes out, you hear a toilet flushing. And then, like, later on, when the pod lands, do you see the ants in the foreground? Did either of you look to the far left of the shot?
No, what was in the far left?
2 ants banging.
Oh.
I was so off by I was like, this has got to be like the person I brought this DVD off had to have edited this to fuck with me because this can't be. No, every version I found has the toilet sound and has the banging ants, and I'm like, why? Like, we've had some weird gags, but they've mostly been restricted to Cybertronics on screens. There's a couple in this episode, like when Megatron's looking at a computer, it says "Eat me" on it, and so. Yeah. But this is like the first time. Like, why are we implying Optimus uses the toilet now? Why are there? Who broke into the office and animated this episode?
I wonder how they got away with. That's crazy that they got away with the ants.
The ants, I will tell you, is blink and you miss it. I only got it because I didn't see the ants at all the first time. And I was like, did he ever see it? Because every other time we've had a pod land, we see the animal before.
Yeah.
So I was like, so I was going through slow motion. And I saw that, okay, that's where they got the ants from. And I was like, what's that in the corner of the shot? Oh, they're clipping into each other. Oh no, they're not clipping. That's not clipping. Is this where babies come from? Clipping?
They're clapping into each other.
They're clapping into each other. That's good. I can think of weirder uses for Gary's mod.
Yeah.
But even then, weird on when Tigatron gets attacked, like at the very end, you see the tiger face on his chest has a black eye and is bleeding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This feels like a different.
It's a Dorian Gray scenario, really.
This feels like a different team came in to animate this episode.
Yeah.
It is a weird episode. I think for the reason why I kind of overlook it is because of how interesting Inferno gets and hilarious. Inferno is a comedy relief character in a lot of ways. I do like a lot of things about his character specifically, mainly because I like that he's the first really different model we're getting. Like obviously they're taking pieces of Waspinator and changing him up, but I like how Inferno is going to throw a lot of the conventions away because of who he is as a character. And I like that he is an ant. I think that there's something very fun about an ant protecting its colony. I feel like I overlook a lot of that weirdness because of it. And there was, okay, speaking of the ants banging, that scene where Tarantulas like is on top of Black Arachnia, that's another weird one that I'm a little shocked that they got away with. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like he just crawls on top of her and she's just like,
that's the thing. Like Inferno is cool, so you'd think this would be an episode where we wouldn't have any weirdness. This would be like the main team going straight to be like, here's our new guy, here's our new toy. Buy him.
Yeah, but he's like he's the weird one, right? So
yeah,
I mean, his butt is a jet engine.
His butt is a jet engine, and I think that that's hilarious. I mean, how else? Where else are you going to put wings on an ant? Clearly, no ants have wings. Not specifically, not male ants that definitely don't have wings.
The fact which now everyone's a fly. That's just how it works now.
We are going to get some fun stuff with Inferno later on. When he's convinced Megatron is the queen of his colony, it gets a little silly.
It'd be nice to see Megatron get some screen time.
Yeah. I do like Megatron looking at Inferno being like, I like him.
Yeah, he calls me royalty. Yeah.
He calls me royalty. He's dumb. I love it.
Yeah.
New boyfriend achieved.
Friendship with Dinobot ended.
Friendship with Dinobot ended.
I have a new boy toy, quite literally.
Literally and figuratively. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's cool. We're seeing
Sorry.
the numbers go up.
We are seeing the numbers go up. There are more
Yeah.
toys to buy.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if how many other new ones we get in this season.
It's like 3, isn't it?
I I don't know if we
I
get
don't know
any
if we get
more. We
anybody
don't get any
new.
more new ones this season, no.
No.
At
I
least
think
as far as I remember.
yeah, we see some familiar faces,
Yeah.
but we don't get
Hmm.
any new characters.
Yeah. We'll
Um,
get some old characters.
yeah, familiar faces. We'll see some familiar faces that you wouldn't think to see, but yeah, you won't. I think Inferno rounds out our new character quota for season one.
Yeah. I think that's the last one we get. I
What
think
a
it's
way to
just
end it.
Inferno. I do like his weird little like Invader Zim Muppet head.
Does look like a Muppet.
I mean, Invader Zim is basically an ant when you look at that like weird green mouth and big eyes. It's
It's
an
just
ant.
that Muppet hinge
Yeah.
like that his mouth has. I don't know why I enjoy the look of Inferno as much as I do, but I think that that's part of it. It's just he's just so weird looking.
He looks foxy, which I appreciate. Like, because
Foxy the Land.
he fires rockets, and he looks like a robot that has space to store a couple of rockets.
Mhm.
Unlike
Here-
Optimus, who can seemingly just produce them out of thin air
That's what he goes to the toilet for.
to get rid of his rockets.
To get
Yeah,
rid of the rockets.
all the
Like
residue.
I also do have to throw this out here. The idea of an ant of the size that Inferno is genuinely terrifying, genuinely horrifying. What a horrifying model that they had to produce for Inferno.
All the I mean, this is the horrifying episode. This is a bug-centric episode. You know, we get Tarantulas, we get Black Arachnia, we get Inferno, we get some Scorponok. This is a bug-heavy episode.
I feel like with the arachnids though, their faces, quote unquote, have a little bit more personality to them, whereas
Yeah.
like Inferno is just an ant. Like there's no differentiation. He's just an ant, which is great, but also just goddamn terrifying.
Have you ever played the Earth Defense Force games?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Inferno looks like they just ripped the model straight. Like he looks like, yeah, his ant form isn't very toy-y. It does just look like we got the CD-ROM of animal models, and there's an ant. That'll do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they basically ripped him straight out of cement and made him big and gave him a jet engine hiney.
Who cares? He couldn't fit in that pod because he's clearly bigger than it. It's fine.
Yeah.
It is interesting that all of the I only really like I knew it logically, but I've only just thought about it that all of the Predacons, for the most part, because we're not going to see a lot of Pterosaur after this point, um, they're basically all insects with one T-Rex,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's kind of interesting compositionally how that ended up working out because they don't really deviate on the maximal side with the exception of Air Razor and Dinobot is a defector, but they don't really deviate from just mammals. And I think that that's just kind of interesting that there's more deviation and variety in the Predacon side of things.
See, maybe that I thought it would have been like a Gundam thing.
Mm.
Because if you've ever watched the original Gundam, the reason all the Zion forces look so weird is because Bandai wouldn't make toys of villains because they didn't sell. So all the hero Gundams have to be what Bandai can make, while all the Zeon troops can be whatever the hell you want. So specifically, when they made the original Gundam, they're like, okay, we're going to make the Zaku be everything Bandai says we can't do. So it's a boring green, it's got rounded edges. But they sold
Yeah.
toys of both of them, so that can't be the reason here. Because yeah, it definitely is the animals the kids like the animals that sell well as soft toys versus the creepy insects who are hard to model.
It's technically it's mammals and birds against reptiles and bugs, all right, which is to say arachnids and insects.
Yeah.
Are dinosaurs reptiles technically?
Are they warm-blooded?
I think that there's been debate over this.
Yeah,
Well,
but that's a can of worms. It's good.
yeah. Fine. Dinosaurs and bugs versus mammals and birds.
Yeah.
We'll write to a paleontologist to get this confirmed.
They
Yeah.
are technically reptiles, but they are distinct. They are uniquely skeletal. I just googled it.
Sure.
I'm just going to go down to the university with a picture of Megatron and be like, "Can you identify this, Professor?"
Yeah, even
Get out.
Rumble means
Out.
bird of prey. Yeah, no, I remember what Alan Grant said in the first Jurassic Park. I remember.
We we were
Oh,
we were there, Bilbo.
Yeah.
But
oh.
yeah, it's I there's a lot about Beast Wars that I think is so weird going back to it because of how it ends up being so foundational for so much Transformers stuff going forward.
Yeah.
Like it's so wild to be looking at this little show and being like, this is what introduced the concept of sparks. This is what introduced a lot of different concepts, and this is a giant ant.
A
Yeah.
giant ant with identity issues.
Yeah.
Finally,
With
a character I can relate to.
yeah, with he's very clingy. He's very clingy.
He is very clingy.
Talking of
Just
toys,
wants iconic. Yeah.
very annoyed that in the Trigger Part 2, Black Arachnia's alt form is never made into a toy.
Really?
When
They
seen
never
the
did an
throw,
alt
they
color for
never
that?
did an alt color for it, despite the fact that is a really cool. That's part of the reason I think I'm annoyed by that episode because that's a really cool color scheme for her and it really works. So I could totally buy it being like her super form, but we never do anything with it. It's like, oh, that's a shame because it looks nice.
That's wild because they do like so many Transformers toys have gotten so many alt colors over the
To the
years.
point, I partially wonder if that was a lighting error, that
Hmm.
recolor, because you had all the tubes in the tower were glowing, and I wonder if it's just how the shade worked. Because she doesn't comment on the fact she looks different. Anyone who sees it doesn't comment on the fact that wait, you've changed colors. You think that will be something one of them will be like, okay, you look different.
Yeah,
So maybe
that's
it
so
was just an
interesting.
error. But yeah, 'cause I wanted it the second I saw it, I was like, I need the toy of that. Where eBay,
Somebody out there has to have like made a custom recolor. Somebody has to have done it.
the Black Arachnia fan figure community.
Yeah.
You would be surprised. You wouldn't
They've
be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised. I know those people, and I'm sure they buy a lot of jars. Um, yep,
Yeah.
yep. Uh, I was going somewhere. I can't remember where it was now.
Just
Um,
say something, anything other than
oh,
that.
Spiders. There's lots of
would you
spiders.
like some episode trivia for
Yes.
Yes.
Spider's Game? This is the only episode this season where Scott McNeil only voices a single character. Because
Hey.
you only
Hey,
see
good for you,
Waspinator
Scott.
this week. Everyone else is gone.
It's only a little waspinator too, not a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Might have been on
So
vacation.
it was contractual.
Yeah.
I get a
He
line
needed a
every
break.
episode.
Yeah.
He needed a break. It's like whenever they let Sabat only voice one character.
Yeah. You're
Yeah,
only gonna
yeah.
be Armstrong. Okay.
I have to voice reboot this week.
I
Yeah.
have to voice all of Reboot this week.
Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, because
Any other interesting factoids, or are we just
this is the first episode with no Rat Trap, Cheetah, or Pterosaur, so it technically is a run of 2 episodes in a row where we don't see a character for the first time.
yeah?
It definitely feels like we've hit the mid-season and we're getting rid of the old jobbers
Yeah, I
who
mean
are going to be replaced.
we only have like 8 episodes or so to go.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
We're
yeah.
last
coming
two of
close to
which
the
setting up our end game for the
Yeah,
I-
we are coming close to the end of the season. Do you have any predictions by any chance?
Well, I know we tie into the mythos. So that's a big deal. But if I remember correctly, it's then kind of replaced by more episodes or followed up by more episodes of the week kind of thing.
Uh, I presume the aliens are going to arrive. They're going to have a lovely time.
Well, technically they're all aliens, right?
Yeah.
The even more aliens to the aliens we already have. I'm presuming they're going to look like Dr. Robotnik for some reason. Like the old Mega Drive, just a ball with a head on it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That or
Eggman.
they'll be like Kang and Kodos from The Simpsons. They'll just appear, do a lovely little bit of witty sketch, and then leave.
Yeah.
See,
Tigertron will probably say, I'm a tiger and this is my homeland.
Yeah.
I feel great.
The
Um,
noble. Yeah.
we are coming up on one of my favorite episodes of season one very soon. I'm
Mm.
very, very excited for it. It's so dumb.
Is it full of spiders?
It's not full of spiders. It's
Oh,
shockingly. It's not full of
We could
spiders.
we could be
Do we
safe
have
for
any
a
more
week.
spider-centric episodes? I'm trying to think. I
I
mean,
don't
yeah,
Black
certainly.
Arachnia definitely pops up a few times because I've seen her in
No,
next
yeah,
episode
Burn
previews.
Tarantulas are going to be around for a bit, but I don't know if we have anyone where it's like these are our two POV characters this week.
I don't know if we get any more buddy cop episodes with the two of them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I was going to say before I got distracted by jazz. I find it really funny that the plan for Trantis was to convert this to another spider, so he caught a Black Widow in a little cage where the bars are clearly big enough for the Black Widow to walk out. So his spider prison works on the honors system.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I also like how Black Arachne just doesn't comment on, like, he's like, oh, you want to make another spider? Yeah, he wants to make another one of you. That's slightly creepier. Like, maybe mention. I get you're flirting with him, but I think that still, if my partner was like, "I'm going to make your clone," I'd be like, "Yeah." Ethical questions.
I mean, okay, do you really think Tarantulas really cares about the ethics of cloning?
I think he cares about the ethics, but I think Black Arachne should be a character who, because of how she is, would find it weird. Specific, there was going to be a second Black Arachnia. Like, I kind of presumed that at some point she'd comment on that and maybe replace it with like a huntsman or something.
That would be kind
Because,
of dope, actually.
well, that's I think they want, like, he's like, oh, we want like muscle to serve us. Like, well, you want like a huntsman spider or something, not like
Yeah.
the Black Widow isn't that, the Black Widow is poisonous, but it's not that strong. And Black Arachne's already had her butt kicked.
Yeah.
Huntsman spiders are freaking ginormous. They couldn't fit that in a robot.
That was probably the reason.
It's way too big. That's
Bending
too
the
big of a
model to fit
spider.
in.
Don't look them up, Sam.
They're all too big. They're all too big.
Bandai's like, how much plastic?
Yeah.
Don't look up that specific. If you are afraid of spiders, genuinely, to the audience, do not look up the huntsman spider. If you are not from Australia, you should not have to deal with that spider.
This is the episode. This is the week. Well, you should be on Google. There's too much this week. That's too bad. Don't
Yeah,
Google anything.
Don't Google anything this week.
Yeah.
Mind happy, head empty. Also, another thing I did like about this episode is, so I'm presuming the Inferno's name was confirmed later on, because for the last couple of episodes, you've had the Decepticon saying "by the Inferno" as a curse, which I did look up. It will get changed to "by the Pit" for next week, because the Inferno they're talking about is clearly not that Inferno, because I don't think anyone really respects him.
See, there was a character named Inferno in G1. He was a fire truck, for obvious reasons.
I mean, that's the opposite of what you should be calling a fire truck.
Inferno and Red Alert, they were partners. And you have Red Alert, who's a little emergency vehicle, and he's a fire truck. And yeah, that was always something that kind of came off to me as weird, because they reuse a lot of names, but they reuse this name for our ant, but it's also the word for hell. And I guess what we're saying is Transformers are afraid of ants because ants get into electronics.
That would make sense. Yeah, so we are going to be changing that in future episodes to the Pit, which is to be fair, more sinister name. I guess also less Catholic, which helps. A lot of people don't like holes. It's sort of a national.
Space Catholicism really does describe the Transformers religion quite well.
Yes, Space Dante Alighieri is going to get in on this and inform us.
That might just be Optimus. He does go into the underworld, so
it's his divine comedy.
Oh my god!
Why is the first circle just full of Cheetor?
It's only Cheetor who is in the first circle of the Inferno.
God is naturally Rat Trap.
Obviously. Clearly Dinobot is Virgil in this. This got weird. This is a weird episode, guys.
Yeah. And since you invoke Virgil, I'm going to try to make a Devil May Cry joke, but I can't really. I guess I could have done that with Dante too, couldn't I?
Yeah. There's a lot to unpack. There's a lot to unpack here.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're doing a lot of fun stuff with our action figures. I do agree though. I think that this two-parter is a very mid-season two-parter. It kind of has it's kind of the Two Towers energy. You know, it's a midquel. You can't really do much with it, but you can set some stuff up.
I like the adaptation of the Two Tower. Actually,
it's not a bad adaptation. But when you put it in order, like what are I love all of Lord of the Rings movies, by the way. They are some of my favorite movies on the planet, including Two Towers. But when you stack them all together, what is the one that loses out? Is it better than Fellowship, and is it better than Return of the King?
it moves. I like the pacing better than Fellowship and Return of the
That
King.
wasn't the question.
Thank you for seeing the last episode of Toonami
Yeah.
Absolution. Now the bitter recrimination starts. Uh, yeah, no, I'm with you. These episodes were fine. I think I maybe had built myself up a little bit for the after all the weirdness we'd seen. I really was expecting them to go all out for a two-parter.
Yeah,
Um, I now I think I blame the next on because all the stuff you see in the next on of people falling down is all in that first 10-minute flying scene. It doesn't really do anything.
sure.
So I think I was
Actually,
like,
yeah, that's fair.
we're gonna have like something really big happen, something really cool is gonna be, but it's just like, oh, we have a new. This was basically the same as any other Megatron has a new weapon. We're gonna siege the base episode, which is fine. Just when you introduce a floating island, I'm thinking like, oh, we're gonna get something properly weird. You know,
Cast.
An
Optimus,
echidna, at least.
Yeah,
yeah, and the kid, someone's gonna upgrade, or yeah, Optimus and Dinobot are gonna give us a nice musical number to end the show. Something.
Some anything.
yeah. It's just it blows up status quo, and next week we get a new Predacon. That's that's basically these two episodes in a summarized nutshell.
Is that your final thought?
I'm just glad that we don't have any more double team spider episodes. So that'll be I mean I know there's a continued presence, I get it. I know. But I love it when they're not the focal point of a given episode. So glad to get this one out of the way.
Yeah, you can close your eyes at night and not worry.
Yeah. Well, worry about other things.
How about you, Ghost of John?
I know I'm fading away. I was so done. I desperately need to know who wrote Spider's game. I want to know why we have toilet flushing jokes in my Transformers. I Spider's game is more interesting than me because I'm just fascinated by it because it just feels like everyone feels like the gas leak episode. It's kind of like there's carbon monoxide in the studio. That's why Scott McNeil wasn't there. He can sense it. He knows. He just sniffs the air and is like, something's wrong. McNeil
Yeah.
away.
Away.
And then
No, he's the one who started the gas leak.
that's how he gets out of work.
That's why he only has one character in that
He's a
episode.
sitcom. He's booked like two recordings at the same time. How will I get out of this? Carbon
A gas
monoxide. I think I built it up a bit too much myself. But I'm glad we have an ant now. He's very fun. And like I said, I like his jet engine bum. I hope we see him flying around using his butt repeatedly.
Oh, you will. I agree. I think the two-parter is very mid-quel. I'm sorry that I keep psychologically torturing Sam. It doesn't feel right, and I'm very sorry about it.
We're almost done
I
with season.
mean, I'm just saying, you'll get me back eventually.
I
But
did recommend Boom Boom Sabotage.
you did recommend Boom Boom Sabotage. But yeah, I like that we have Inferno. I feel like we got our boy bands together now, and that makes me quite happy. We are coming up on some of my favorite episodes. I do have to say, I do think that the animation quality has improved quite a bit in a very short span of time. Because if you go from episode 1 to now, things feel more dynamic. There's a lot more stuff going on in the background. They can't use all the models, obviously, but I really like Beast Wars, and I'm still enjoying my time, especially doing this. And again, apologizing for psychologically torturing Sam, but that does mean that we have pulled into our final destination. That is right. It is time for us to disembark from Toonami Absolution. We want to thank you once again for joining us in talking about the shows that made us us and the shows that made you you. We have been your hosts. My name is Alyx.
I'm Sam.
And I'm John.
And we'll see you next time. Bang.